Hello children, welcome back to the class. Now since you know the application of properties of proportion, today we shall see different variety. These are mostly the sums which are being asked in the board examination. So you just have an idea that using the same properties how different sums can be solved. For example, here you see you are given a cube plus 3ab square upon b cube plus 3a square b is equal to 63 upon 62. Using component to dividend to find a is to b, right? What we have to find is the ratio of a is to b. So as we have to apply component to and dividend to, I have shown the numerator and denominator in two different colors so that the application of this property is more visible to you all. Okay, as directly it is being mentioned, so we will use component to dividend to, and you just observe that after that the expression what you get, does it remind something to you? Okay, so component to dividend to is what? On either side, right? Numerator plus denominator. So you get a cube plus 3ab square plus, now the denominator will be as it is, addition, so as it is, plus b cube plus 3a square b upon what change take place in the denominator, that is to be seen. Now in the denominator what it is? A minus b, that is numerator a cube plus 3ab square minus the denominator, constantly I am repeating it is a binomial, so what will happen? Both signs plus, both signs will become minus. So this will become, okay, I have to use this color, minus b cube minus 3a square b, clear, equals to 63. This is also another way to understand. See, I have written both the numerator. Okay, now here plus denominator minus denominator. I expect that now nobody is going to make any mistake. Okay. Now observe this, a cube plus 3ab square plus b cube plus 3a square b. Does it remind you any expansion formula? Think. I will write it little more different way so that you will remember. 3a cube plus 3a square b plus 3, here minus it is, plus 3ab square plus b cube upon, same changes I will do here, a cube, okay, not from my pocket, here whatever is available, minus 3a square b plus this term now 3ab square minus b cube is equal to, this is 125 upon 1. Yes, now many of you must have remembered what expansion it is. It gives you the factors a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. It's a formula, right? It's a formula of what? A plus b the whole cube upon a cube minus 3 first term square b plus 3 first term second term square minus the square cube of second term. So this is, you can factorize it as a minus b the whole cube is equal to 125 can be written as what? 5. 1 is also a perfect cube. Got it? So this is a direct formula. Sometimes you may get an expression also, so keep in your mind if you can express it into this format so that you can simplify this. So this understanding is very important here. Now you have understood what we will do. We will be taking cube root on both sides. So taking cube root on both sides, you will be getting a plus b upon a minus b is equal to 5 upon 1. Again you can use component of dividend of. By cross multiplication also you can get it, but again componendo dividendo will make it easy. So componendo dividendo, how does it give me? A plus B, A plus B. I have written the numerator first. Now in the first place what it will be? I will be adding the denominator as it is. So plus A minus B. Whereas here what will happen? For the expression signs would be changed. Plus A becomes minus, minus B becomes plus. So minus A plus B. Right? Is equal to, here what you write? 5. And here it will be plus 1 and minus 1. So no one is going to make any sign mistakes. Now plus minus B cancel, plus minus A gets cancelled. What did we get here? 2A upon 2B is equal to 6 upon 4. Gets cancelled, 3 and 2. So what do you have here? A upon B is equal to 3 upon 2. That's it. We are near to the answer. But if you think this is the answer, you are wrong. And you are likely to lose 1 mark for the answer step. Why? Because the question is asking find A is to B. So you need to find A is to B is 3 is to 2. This step is important because this is being asked. Leave the answer like this way and lose 1 mark. So be careful, your answer is A is to B is 3 is to 2. Clear? See this question now, using properties of proportion find x. The question is x raised to 4 plus 1 upon 2x square is equal to 17 upon 8. Properties of proportion means normally we use componendo dividendo. So I am applying componendo dividendo here. So result is what? x4 plus 1 upon x4 plus 1, and here plus the denominator 2x square minus the denominator 2x square is equal to what? This will be numerator 17 and here also 17, and result of componendo plus 8 and minus 8. Now look at this part. Does it remind you of any formula? This is what you have to think, because no terms are getting cancelled here. For your understanding, I will little shuffle the terms. x4 plus 2x square plus 1 upon x4 minus 2x square plus 1 is equal to 25 upon 9. Still not getting the formula? Okay, I'll write it in this format for you. At least this format you remember, children? Which format it is? A square plus 2ab plus b square. What is a square here? X raised to 4. So x raised to 4 I will write, how I'll write? X square plus 2 into a, that is x square. Now what is b here? 1. 1 can be written as 1 square. So b is here 1. So have I changed it? No. X raised to 4 plus 2 into x square into 1 is 2x square plus 1 as it is. Same way I can write it as x square minus 2 into x square into 1 plus 1 the whole square is equal to, this also can be written as 5 upon 3 the whole square. Now this is application of which formula? A square plus 2ab plus b square. So a is what here? X square. B is what? 1. X square plus 1 the whole square. Is it clear to everyone? Watch this 2 times if you haven't understood. X square minus 1 the whole square is equal to 5 upon 3 whole square. So what we have to do now here? Take the square root on both sides. Both are perfect square terms. So on taking square root on both sides, I will get x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1, and here since I am taking the square root, so I will write here plus minus 5 upon 3, right? So now here I am going to get 2 values of x. So I will separate it. Of course I will have to separate it. So I get x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1. Here again I can use componendo dividendo is equal to, when I take positive value I get is equal to 5 upon 3, or x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1 is equal to what? Minus 5 upon 3, right? So again I will use componendo dividendo here, x square plus 1, again x square plus 1. I am adding the denominator, so plus x square minus 1. I am subtracting the denominator, minus x square plus 1. What happens to the right hand side? 5 plus 3 minus 3. Let's work out with this, then I will go for the other part, or part is left here. So x square plus x square, 2x square plus minus 1 gets cancelled upon plus minus x square gets cancelled upon 2 is equal to 5 plus 3, 8 upon 2, right? So this gets cancelled again. You have x square is equal to 8 upon 2, so that is 4. So you get x square is equal to 4. That gives you x, again taking square root, x is plus minus 2. One answer. Now look at this part. Again we will apply componendo dividendo over here. You please, you need to write a wherever whatever, like using componendo dividendo, then taking square root on both sides. Here also taking square root on both sides. That you have to keep on mentioning. This gives me x square plus 1 upon x square plus 1, right? Then plus the denominator plus x square minus 1 as it is, as we did here, minus x square plus 1. Now here be little careful, minus 5 and minus 5, because our numerator is minus 5. Minus 5 plus 3 and minus 5 minus 3. If the rules are clear in mind, then you can proceed very fast. Here 2x square upon 2. Here what will happen? Minus 5 plus 3 will give you what? Minus 2 upon minus 8. So minus 5 sign first gets cancelled here. 2 gets cancelled here. 2 ones are and 4s are, right? So you get x square is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore for finding x, again you take the square root on both sides. So what is the answer? Plus minus 1 upon 2. Your answer comes as x is equal to plus minus 2 or plus minus 1 upon 2. Clear? Have a look at this solution. No new rule I have taught here, but everywhere a lot of care and attention is must here. Very easy, but you need to be very careful in applying the properties. Next question, you see, if 7m plus 2n upon 7m minus 2n is equal to 5 upon 3, using properties of proportion, find m is to n. Secondly, m square plus n square upon m square minus n square. So I think children, you are understanding that all the basics are known to you. Every question using the same properties is asking different steps over here. So as much you will practice, you will go through different variety of sum, that many ideas will come in your mind that what is to be done to solve a question. Okay, there is no fixed rule. Properties are the same. Nothing new I am telling, but every question demands some different ways to solve it out. So all basics, sometimes it is an old formula you have learnt in lower classes, anything it could be. So what is important here as usual is practice. Yeah. So what do you suggest? Again I will use componendo dividendo. So 7m plus 2n, 7m plus 2n. Some children, what they think, na anyhow they will write, something will get cancelled. It's not happening. There are the proper ways. Plus denominator plus 7m minus 2n and minus denominator. So minus 7m plus 2n equals numerator plus denominator minus denominator. Now here what is getting cancelled? Plus 2n minus 2n plus 7m minus 7m. 7 plus 7, 14m upon 2 plus 2, 4n. 5 plus 3, 8. 5 minus 3, 2. Simplify whatever you can. So you get 2 2s are 7s are 1 4. Now you have m upon n into 7 upon 2. So take 7 upon 2 that side. What left here? M upon n. What is already here? 4. You take out here into 2 upon 7. So m upon n, what have you got? 8 upon 7. So your first answer is obtained. M ratio n. I repeat, not m upon n. M ratio n is 8:7. First answer obtained here. Right? Now the second part what you have to find is m square plus n square upon m square minus n square. Again, this is the application of what? Componendo dividendo. On what term? But it is applied on m square upon n square. You know, na? Numerator plus denominator. So what was the original fraction for this? M square upon n square. Whereas we have got what? M upon n. So again starting with m upon n equals 8 upon 7. What we need to do? Square both sides. So on squaring both sides, what will you get? M square upon n square is equal to 8 square upon 7 square. That is m square upon n square is 64 upon 49. And to get the required result, what are we going to do? Again use componendo dividendo. Keep writing. Here also you'll be writing using componendo dividendo and all. Okay. So here also we are using componendo dividendo. M square plus n square upon m square minus n square. The required term is 64 plus 49 upon 64 minus 49. That gives you upon m square minus n square is equal to upon 50. So this is your answer number 2. Clear? So what have you learned? You need to practice many more different variety of sums. We are almost reaching towards the ending of this lesson. If any more different question you find which you are not able to solve, you just message it to me. I will include it in my next video. Otherwise the next video based on K method, purely the application of K method will be uploaded here, and then we will stop with this lesson. Okay, bye children.